wedge pillow. We have the neck pillow. And we have a whole bag of goodies that I am just getting ready for tomorrow. So yes, for those of you who are wondering, I am getting a rhinoplasty tomorrow, and I could not be more excited. It is something I've wanted to do for the last 2 decades. I had a perfectly fine nose as a little kid. And then somewhere around age 9, 10, I know it doesn't look like it, but I feel like it kind of started to take over my face. And ever since, it has been this huge point of contention with my own confidence. I was made fun of for it by both classmates and family, and it is high time that I can do something about it. I want to do something about it, and I'm going to. So I found my surgeon online. I'm not going to share his name yet. I want to make sure that I am 100% happy with the results. But he is located in Nashville. I didn't want to do any of this, go somewhere, stay for a few days, have to travel when you're not completely healed. Didn't want to do any of that. So he is located in the Green Hills area of Nashville. It's a very respected, reputable area. I figured he would be a good choice for a plastic surgeon. Also, the reviews on his website were incredible. The before and after photos, incredible. And after my first consultation with him back in January, I thought, wow, he really knows his stuff. And I really liked that he talked about keeping the ratios in your face, so he wouldn't even look at pictures. I had my second consultation, which was kind of my pre-op, a couple of weeks ago. Went over the protocol, they gave me the prescriptions that I'll need, and set me up, gave me the 2 weeks before, week before, and night before instructions. And we head to the surgery center tomorrow morning at 5:30. So I wanted to show you a few things that I got in preparation for tomorrow, because there's a lot that goes into it. One of which, and probably the most uncomfortable part, is that you can't actually sleep laying down. I will say I did have a septoplasty a couple of years ago, and the not laying down while you sleep for 3 weeks thing was one of the hardest parts, because you are just so tired the entire time that any pain that you normally could handle when you're well rested and well hydrated and all of that, it's so much worse when you can't sleep. So in watching other vlogs of people who have gotten rhinoplasties, the wedge pillow, the airline neck pillow were huge. I feel like this is a no-brainer. My doctor actually said this will be a post first few days is when I start to use this, just for any crusty blood and things like that I want to get rid of. Surgeon did give me a little goodie bag, and inside is a scar treatment cream. There won't be any major scarring, just right between the nostrils. And the other item was an arnica bromelain complex called Silogen, and this is for inflammation, swelling, bruising. I started taking this today, and then I will continue to take this until I go through the bottle. Next, we have our antibacterial soap. I will need to take a shower tonight with this, and then again tomorrow morning before we leave. Burt's Bees wipes, because if you tell me I cannot shower for the first 3 days, I'm gonna want to feel fresh however possible. A Gatorade Zero. Now this is kind of an interesting one. They told me you can only drink clear liquids the morning of up to 2 hours before your surgery. Most vlogs I've seen, they've said water or Sprite. My surgeon specifically said Gatorade Zero, anything that's not red, because of the electrolytes. So it really helps with the nausea and the recovery coming out of anesthesia. Then we have our essential amino acids. These are just, again, for recovery. A friend of mine also recommended taking collagen, so I've actually been using these for a couple of weeks now, just in my coffee. This helps with skin elasticity, recovery, again, hoping to avoid any kind of scarring. Finally, we have some ice packs, which I actually need to go throw in the freezer. These, I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory. Then on the bedside table, we have some reading material. I am currently reading Alone with You in the Ether, but my next book club book is actually this. It's called Good Material by Dolly Alderton, so I will have plenty of time to read that. Probiotic, my phones, a hair clip. I have a feeling I'm going to be watching a lot of Netflix the next few days. Some extra strength Tylenol. Kleenex, of course. One more thing I almost forgot to share is this lap desk that I got so that I can do some emails and whatnot in bed. It's going to be a rough couple of days, but I will do what I can to vlog what I can. It's going to be a lot of just me sitting there looking atrocious, I'm sure. I am excited. I am ready. It's going to be a life-changing experience, and I'm just very thankful that I am able to do that. I don't know that I'll talk about the financials of everything. It's not covered by health insurance, I will say. So it's something that probably need to save up for. But honestly, the other part is just having an incredibly supportive partner. So I am thankful for him. It is Monday morning, which means it's surgery day. And we woke up very early this morning. It's about 4:15 now. I've been up since like 2:45. I had a horrible time falling asleep last night, and then I woke up way before my alarm. But I showered this morning, used the antibacterial soap as instructed, washed my hair, can't wear deodorant, can't wear jewelry, not even my engagement ring. And then I've got on just this really simple zip-up hoodie. They said nothing that can go over your head. So it was either zip up, button down, whatever, and a pair of leggings. We're very comfy, still a little nervous, but very excited. And we've only got a couple hours to go. I'm all checked in, ready to go. Just got changed into my adorable robes, and they'll be taking me back shortly. They also gave me these really cute no-slip socks. Okay, I promise it looks worse than it actually is. It's a few hours after we got home from the hospital, and I didn't vlog there because I could barely open my eyes, and I'm having trouble opening them right now. Not sure if it's still the wearing off of the anesthesia or if it's starting to swell, but it's not that bad. The pain level is completely manageable, although they gave me plenty of prescriptions for that. The worst part right now, as I'm just sitting here cozy watching Gilmore Girls, and the worst part is the sore throat from the breathing tube that they put in. My throat's really sore. My mouth is so sore. I'm drinking water, but it's not doing incredibly much for me. And my teeth hurt. And the gal who does the anesthesia, she told me that when she puts the breathing tube in, sometimes your teeth or your lips might be a little bit sore afterwards. I'm just taking it easy. I look like I'm crying. I'm not. It's just an ease back into feeling 100%. And I think this is going to be the situation for the next many hours. But they said the surgery went really well. The plastic surgeon came in before I went into the operating room and kind of did a rundown with my fiancé and I. And he even said he had a lot of work to do in there. Still got it done in the time frame that they had originally allotted. So I'm so excited to see what it looks like when all the bandages come off next week. I'm really hoping that this eye thing, like, I feel like my eyes keep closing. It's not because I'm tired, it's just they're fighting me on staying open. It is several hours later now, and I have not moved. I have been sitting and sleeping pretty much all day. And I asked for frozen pineapple and frozen mangoes because my jaw is still so sore and I just need something cold on my throat. So my fiance goes, and not only does he get me the fruit, he also grabs some Hall's drops and brings me the most beautiful bouquet of flowers. I love him so much, I think I just might marry him. Good morning. It is Tuesday now, and we're hanging in there. I did not sleep well last night at all. It is very difficult to sleep sitting up, and my entire face is swollen. My cheeks are swollen. My nose is swollen. Everything kind of hurts, and it actually hurts to talk too, so I'm not going to take too long here, but I'd say this is about what I expected. It is very much later now. Just diving into my first actual meal, I guess. I made a chocolate smoothie
Just really simple chocolate protein powder, cashew milk, and ice, and then I just a little bit of PB2 on top of it. It's about 3 in the afternoon, and I've decided to make some food. I can't eat this hot, so I'm gonna bake it first and let it cool. But we have just really plain quinoa with some scrambled eggs. I probably won't be able to eat all of it. But I haven't really had much of anything since Sunday, aside from that protein shake I tried to make. And the protein shake did not go over great. It was cold, it felt good, but after a few bites, my stomach just was not in the mood for it. So I'm hoping I can get some eggs and quinoa in just for something a little bit more substantial. And then I'll probably be back to bed and back to Only Murders in the building. Also, you can tell that the bruises are really starting to come in. It actually looks like I have red eyeliner on, but that is just one of the delightful side effects of having a rhinoplasty. And there we have today's meal, I suppose. Scrambled eggs, really plain, not even salt and pepper, over just a bit of quinoa. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and I think it's safe to say the bruising has significantly increased, but that's to be expected. They said the worst of it would be like day 2 to 3, so we're just hitting the peak, hopefully. In other news, I have the best fiancé ever. He made me an iced coffee because you're not allowed to have hot beverages, hot food. So I'm very much enjoying that. It is really kind of sad and gross outside today. It's a rainy day, so I think it's going to be perfect. Stay in bed all day again, watching Only Murders in the building. And I'm also having kind of an issue with seeing, and I don't know if this is something that most people who go through this experience, but my eyes are so puffy and like my eyelids are so swollen that I can't really read. So I had a whole stack of books on my nightstand ready to go, and I'm trying to read texts from friends and family, and it's blurry. Like, I need the swelling to go down before I can actually do any of that. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I've got the Silogen Arnica bromelain tablets, and then they also gave me a prescription for the swelling. And that's pretty much it. I'll check back in with you later today. The love that I have been getting from these cats is also making my day a little brighter. This is Geraldine, and then our other little new one, Sigmund, he's been in here quite often, and they just kind of snuggle. I just wanted to show you the setup that I have going right now, because I'm editing last week's vlog, which will go up either tonight or tomorrow, and then this whole rhinoplasty situation is going to be its own vlog. I have this really neat desk that I bought at Target. This was like $20, and I've got my laptop set up, remote, still watching Only Murders in the Building, and then we have the back support and this incredible wedge pillow. I think I showed you this when it was still rolled up, but it's like a memory foam type material, so that has been a lifesaver. Side note, it actually looks like my eye has like ripped. I have some crazy like red eyeliner going on, but it's just because they're so swollen. Fortunately, it doesn't hurt. Like, I have very, very minimal pain right now. It's more of just really uncomfortable. And then you get all this drainage in the back of your throat, which I know, gross, sorry, but that's the reality of the situation right now. It's just a lot of drainage, everything's puffy, talking is hard because my cheeks are still so puffy, and we're just pushing through. And this little one, never far off. She's just taking a snooze. Right. I am coming to you freshly showered. The most amazing feeling this morning. My fiance helped me to shower, wash my hair, do all of that. I shaved. I feel so much better. I'm like a new woman. It is Thursday today. Surgery was on Monday, so a few days post-op now. Still just hanging out in bed most of the day, to be honest, but I do have my little desk here, working through some emails. I've got my room temperature eggs and quinoa with a little bit of onion in there for flavor. And we're still on Only Murders in the Building. Truthfully, I was not into this show when it first came out, and my fiance tried to get me to watch it for weeks, months, and finally I knew I was going to be in bed, and then I didn't realize I wouldn't be able to read or see anything for the first couple of days, so it was just conducive to binge watching a show on Hulu. But I think I might start trying to read this afternoon and tomorrow, just because I have a book club book, and the next meeting is March 20th, so I need to get cracking on that. As I mentioned earlier this week, my eyes were so swollen that it was affecting my vision. Unfortunately, that is pretty well gone. I'm having no issues with emails or anything now. Progress. Also, we have a lovely shade of yellow going on under the eyes right now. But it's a sign that it's healing. It's a while later now, and I'm going for some yogurt and a little bit of cereal, just because I am hungry, but I don't feel like cooking anything. Okay, I'm just a little bit nervous because I heard the doorbell ring, and I don't want to answer it because, well, look at me. I'm gonna scare the crap out of whoever's at the door. Alright, I think I might actually cry. My team at work sent me the most beautiful bouquet of flowers. Oh my god, those are gorgeous. What do you think, Geraldine? Actually, we don't know if those are poisonous for you. You should get down. Get down. Get down. Sticking with the theme this week of food that is really easy to eat because I can't open my mouth very wide with a swollen face. Just have some popcorn, which is a good source of fiber, which they also say you need more of because stomach issues. But I'm going to put some of the Trader Joe's pizza blend on it. This is the most incredible seasoning. I mean, Trader Joe's always has good ones, but this one is just, this is like a new standard that I always keep at the house. Yeah, one of the super downsides of anesthesia is that it does really mess with your gut, and then all of the painkillers that they give you after that, it just completely ruins your internal mechanisms. So they say continue taking your probiotics and then include more high fiber foods like popcorn. And honestly, I feel no shame whatsoever in having binged just about all 3 seasons of Only Murders in the Building. Good morning. It is Friday, which means we are 4 days post-op. And the bruising is looking great this morning, actually. And it's just really the tip that is still very swollen. I've actually been sleeping decently. Honestly, this wedge pillow, which again I will link below, has been such a lifesaver. I did wake up yesterday in the middle of the night and my face was completely scrunched against the side of this, which hurt. But I slept with my little airline pillow around my neck last night and that really helped keep me upright. So today I do have to do some work again. I was back yesterday and today, and that little lap desk from Target is helpful. We'll also link that. And we'll see what we get up to this weekend. I really haven't had that much drainage coming onto this little pad, so I might try to do away with that this weekend. Just a very gray, drizzly day here in Tennessee. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I finished Only Murders in the Building yesterday, so I'm gonna have to find something new to put on in the background today. Just sitting at my desk working. I get a visit from this little nugget. It's actually been really fun getting to see the two of them interact. So Geraldine joined us in September or October, I believe, and Sigmund has only been with us for a few weeks. So it's been a very fun dynamic because they are both so young. The vets told us that he could not be more than 1 year old. So they're both still in that very kitten phase. And I've shown you a little bit of their interactions, but they're just the best buds. Nothing new, we're just back in the kitchen eating more pineapple. As of this morning, I was officially able to take off the pad that I've had under my nose, which is great because when I had my Rhinoplasty, the worst pain that I had, it wasn't even anything to do with the nasal cavity. It was the tape on the cheeks and the taking on and off of that, because it's like surgical tape, so it's really powerful and your cheeks go raw. So I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. And I think the swelling is getting better too. We are very yellow. I mean, for context, pineapple, I mean, we're just about there. So while I'm munching on that, I did want to quickly show you. Bromelain is the enzyme in pineapple that helps to heal bruises. And a 2021 study found that drinking pineapple juice, or as the nurses told me, just eating pineapple before and after facial surgery reduced post-surgical bruising and a faster recovery. So I'm just gonna keep munching. Now I will say, I had frozen pineapple, and I like that a lot better because when your face has undergone a lot of trauma, it's better to have something frozen that kind of numbs it, like from the roof of your mouth up. I ran out, so this is just fresh pineapple. Still as effective, I just personally prefer the frozen stuff. I've also just made a collagen coffee with these Live Conscious grass-fed collagen peptides. It's kind of like protein powder, essentially. It mixes really well in coffee, and it's delicious, and it's only 45 calories, but you get all of these aminos along with your collagen. Don't mind the gross hair or the wood paneling, but I just felt someone snuggling behind me and thought I had to show you because it's just so cute. There she is. All snuggled up behind me. So I've just wrapped up work for the day. Managed to shower. I feel very fresh and clean. Honestly, once you've gone like 4 days without showering, you don't know just how good a shower feels. But I'm setting into the new book club book, which is called Good Material by Dolly Alderton. And it was highly recommended before book club. Like, I've heard of this book, and I've heard that it has great reviews, and then it was chosen as the book club book. A heartbreak, from the male's perspective, which is pretty unique. And yeah. The description is a sharply funny and exquisitely relatable account of romantic disaster and friendship. I started it last night, actually. I just tucked into the first chapter, and I liked it so far. So I'm excited to dive a bit deeper and see if Good Material is truly good material. Also, I have to admit, I caved. This morning I told myself I wasn't going to take any painkillers because I wanted to get my digestion back on track, and it got to be like 3:30, 4 in the afternoon, and the stints, like I could feel the pressure from the stints in my nose, and it wasn't a hurt so much as just such intense pressure that I ended up taking half of one of the painkillers that they gave me. Hopefully I can wean off of those over the weekend. I don't like taking something and being reliant on something to feel no pain, but obviously it's still very fresh. This was just done on Monday and it's only Friday. At least I got to get rid of my little pad under my nose so my lips can move freely, even though the top lip, as everyone has said in every single rhinoplasty vlog that I have watched, when you get a rhinoplasty, your top lip stays very stiff, but progress is progress. Saturday, early afternoon, and it's the first outing since Monday, coming home from the hospital, and I thought I would do a little outfit of the day. We have on just a little jacket. This is the Lauren Conrad from Kohl's several years ago. I think they have different colors now. Blouse from White House Black Market, high-waisted jeans, and then what I'm most excited about, and really the only reason for doing this outfit of the day, is these shoes. I got some new Weegens from GH Bass. Definitely will link these down below. And that's it. We are off to Costco, Target, and wherever else the day takes us. Completely prepared for strange looks, people wondering, what the hell happened to you? We stopped into Bath & Body Works after Costco because we wanted to get one of those wall oil diffusers. And we get up to the counter, and the guy looks at me and goes, "Wow, you remind me of my dog." And we didn't know where he was going with it. Apparently he recently had a face-on run-in where his dog hit him in the nose or something. He's like, and it just sucks when you get hit in the nose and your eyes go, and I said nothing because I'm not gonna tell a total stranger that, well, actually I got a nose job, but keep them guessing. But yeah, you remind me of my dog. What a great way to start a conversation. We've now been to Costco, Bath and Body Works. We stopped at Nutrition Factory because I was looking for more protein powder. And then we just finished up at Publix. And we have been gone maybe an hour and a half. And I am exhausted. You don't realize when you've had anesthesia and then you spent the last 5 days at home in bed, most of those days on painkillers, and then you try to get up and go live your normal life, that it is actually exhausting when you're just completely depleted and drained. But it feels good to have actually gotten out of the house. Sandy is just dropping some things off at the dry cleaners now, and then he'll be back. And then next stop is home. I'm going to get back into my comfy clothes, and the rest of the day is going to be spent reading, having a snack, and probably going to bed very early tonight. My flowers are thriving. They're so pretty. This was so thoughtful of Sandy. He's such a good fiance. It is Saturday night now, and Sandy had to go downtown for a prior commitment. So I am just home with the cats and reading my good material book for book club. And it occurred to me that I never actually gave you the rundown on what happened at the hospital on Monday. I think the last clip that you saw was me after I'd gotten into my robes, ready to go. So first, they brought me these leg wraps that I guess massage your leg during the operation so that you don't get blood clots. And after that, it was just a slew of people. Different nurses, the anesthesiologist, the actual surgeon came in at one point, and they all were very thorough about telling me their role, what they were gonna do, how it was gonna transpire. It was fantastic. They were great, and it was really nice that Sandy could hear all of that too, because I had heard some of it obviously at the plastic surgeon's office and then on the phone with the anesthesiologists leading up to the surgery. So I was really glad that he was there to hear the spiel as well. I really liked my anesthesiologist. She was great. She was so friendly, so personable. Her tech, I believe, a little rough just getting the IV going. First she tried it in my hand, which I don't so much have it now, but I had this huge bruise between my third and fourth fingers. So she ended up doing it in my arm instead. And then the anesthesiologist came in and told me the first, they really like happy hour at the hospital. So even though it was 6 a.m, in just a little bit, they were going to get the cocktail going to make me feel really good, to relax me, to keep me calm. They had already given me a Tylenol and something that started with an M. Then she said they would give me an oxygen mask, which unfortunately we are not able to give you the kid flavors of cotton candy and strawberry. You get the adult flavor of beach ball, which I do remember from past surgeries that I've had, that the air does not have a great smell to it. And then she said after that they would actually get the anesthesia going and monitor it very closely and keep me asleep. That was my one request. I'm like, whatever you do, just please keep me asleep. Just that is the most important thing. Because one of our friends, or maybe it was my fiance, jokingly said something along the lines of, like, wouldn't it be funny if halfway through the surgery you woke up and could see them working on your face? It's like, no, you know what, that's actually not funny at all. That is the thing of horror movies. So please, no, please just keep me asleep. And she laughed and, oh yeah, we absolutely, that will not be an issue. And then the surgeon came in, and I was so glad that my fiance got to meet the plastic surgeon, because like this man is literally going to be changing my face. So please give us the rundown. Before long, we were on our way. I remember vaguely the operating room. I don't remember being wheeled anywhere, just in there, all the blue head coverings, or maybe the blue scrubs, a lot of bright lights. I remember that. And then I vaguely remember them putting the oxygen mask on my face. And that was it. It was just under 2 hours. They woke me up slowly, and someone kept saying, drink your juice, drink your juice. In fact, I remember hearing that before I even opened my eyes, and they were just trying to get me to drink ginger ale. I couldn't open my eyes. Like, I was struggling so hard. Like when you're having a bad dream and you want to wake yourself up, so you try opening your eyes while you're still dreaming. That's what it felt like. I could not open my eyes. Then I remember hearing Sandy's voice and the nurse's voice. Sandy actually told me later, that I guess when I woke up from surgery, my blood pressure was so low that they had to keep me at the hospital for an extra, I mean, only like an extra 15-20 minutes, but I guess it was like 80/50 or something truly kind of unheard of. So that's part of why they were trying to get me to drink the ginger ale and get me going so that I would be safe to send me home. So it was just, that was a little scary to hear, but I'm glad he told me after the fact. Once it was up to acceptable levels, they helped me get dressed. Sandy said he had a field day trying to get me dressed because it's like, how do you hold someone up and also pull their clothes on at the same time? But we got it all figured out. And then a very nice man wheeled me down past everyone with my face all wrapped up, bandaged up. I was probably drooling out the side of my mouth, and wheeled me past everyone in the hospital, past the registration desk, past the waiting rooms, in the elevators. And I remember vividly thinking, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. They can't see you, you can't see them. The things we tell ourselves. Got down, got outside. Sandy pulled up like a minute later and we were home. Don't really remember much about the car ride, but again, I was on a lot of painkillers and just coming off of anesthesia, so tends to be a bit fuzzy. But after that, the week has flown by. Like I've not enjoyed being completely sedentary, but I also thought I would be much more stir crazy than I have been. So I'm so excited for Tuesday. The cast is coming off on Tuesday, and then the stints will come out the following week, unfortunately. But at least you'll be able to see the initial product. The surgeon did say, again, with the swelling, it will be kind of the shape that it will be eventually when we take the cast off on Tuesday. But, I mean, the swelling can take anywhere from 2 to 4 months. And then he said the last 6%, which is really just in the tip, I mean, that can take up to a year to 14 months to completely come down. Overall, it was a great experience. The nurses were friendly, anesthesiologists were great. I really like my plastic surgeon, and I am so excited to see the results. Oh boy. No, these are my shoelaces. It's Monday today, and it's been a week now since my surgery, since my rhinoplasty. And it's the first time I'm gonna try to do any kind of physical activity. They say you shouldn't raise your heart rate for like 2 to 3 weeks, so I'm gonna avoid the gym for another couple weeks, unfortunately. But I am gonna go outside, take a walk. It is a beautiful day today, and we have this gorgeous walking trail, which I've taken you along with before. So I'm just gonna go out and get some vitamin D. So nice outside today. It's like 60 degrees, super sunny, and you just don't get this inside at a gym or at a yoga studio. So as much as I'm dying to go, counting down the days until I can go back to those kind of workouts, you know, if this is my only other option, it's not so bad. Sunlight is honestly touching my soul. I think we don't realize how important it is to like get natural sunlight, get outdoors, just breathe the fresh air. I'm gonna make it a goal to do this more often, because not only is it my only option right now, but even once I can go to the gym and yoga again, you just feel so much better after a walk outside. And I'll actually be able to breathe next time too. No, it's not Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
All right, it's Tuesday. It is the very exciting day that the cast comes off. We just got to the plastic surgeon's office in Green Hills, and I'm gonna try to film inside. They might not let me, but I'll see what I can do. But I'm so excited to get this thing off my face. Well, plot twist. Cast is not coming off today. Stitches came out though, and it was really, I'm not gonna lie to you, stitches coming out was not fun. It was actually pretty painful. I was not prepared for that.
She almost cried.
I did. I almost cried. But you know what? No, it's a sensitive area, and so even when you have a zit there and you try to pop it, I mean, you're gonna cry. That's just the area of your face. But I gotta be honest, I'm very disappointed right now. So the cast will come off next Tuesday when the stints come out, and I just have to deal with it on my face for a whole nother week. Fast forward 4 hours from the last clip, and we are back at the plastic surgeon's office. Went home, Sandy went to work, and there had been a bit of dried blood on the tip, and she said just put some Aquaphor, it'll come off. The dried blood came off, and there were some stitches that they missed. So I'm back just to get these last couple of stitches removed, and I did ask her for confirmation on the phone if the cast was supposed to come off today or next Tuesday, and she confirmed next Tuesday. So 1 more week with it, but just back here to get a few more stitches out. All set at the plastic surgeon's. Took 5 minutes, I think, and it was so painful though. I don't understand how taking stitches out is so painful. Apparently I had healed over the end of one, and she said that is probably why it was so painful. But afterwards, I popped across the street to Trader Joe's, and I'm just sitting in the parking lot now, and I have to say, the lady who checked me out was the sweetest person. I was getting ready to leave, grabbing all the bags off the counter, and she goes, "Oh wait, I have to give you flowers." And I didn't realize she was actually going to go get me a bouquet of flowers. So I was gifted the most beautiful little petite bouquet of flowers from the absolute doll of a cashier. Her name was Patty. So Patty, thank you. This has made my day. Besides the having to go to the plastic surgeon twice today to get my stitches out, which hurt really bad, and not get my cast off. It's not been the greatest day at work, and as a woman, it is that time of the month. So today has been a bad day, and it's just made my day. Thank you, Patty. Back in the car, in a not so fantastic turn of events, I am now waiting for a tow truck. I left Trader Joe's very excited about my flowers, and moments later, my low tire stop carefully warning sign came on, and I called my fiancé, because that's the first thing you do when you have car troubles, and he said, nearest gas station, go to the air thing, fill it up, get home safely, and then we'll, figure it out. So I pulled right across the street. Fortunately, there was a gas station, so I pulled up to the air pump, got out to inspect, and I will insert a picture here of what I saw, which is not really something that you can fix just by putting more air in the tire. So it was 3:15 when I got to the gas station. I called the Mini Cooper roadside assistance, and they said they will send a tow truck to me because it was a really bad blowout. And okay, got that all set up, thought it would be pretty quick. I get a text that the tow truck would be here in an hour, and I even called the dealership to make sure they had the tire, and they said they had bore. So I don't understand why they can't just send someone to me with the tire to avoid the whole tow truck situation. That just seems too logical. It's about an hour and a half later now, and I'm still waiting for the tow truck. I had bought trail mix at Trader Joe's, which I broke into, obviously. I was eating it, I had my hair down, and I didn't realize I dropped a chocolate chip in my hair. And it melted, because again, it's pretty hot today. So I have a bunch of chocolate now on my shirt, all over my boob, and had to put my hair up because the ends were kind of a matted, chocolatey mess. And the tow truck just called and said that they are 25 minutes away. So from the time I got a text message saying that this person was assigned to me as my tow truck driver to the time they actually get here, be damn near 2 hours. And it's only Tuesday. Well, today hasn't been as smooth as it was supposed to be, but bless my fiance, he drove me down to the dealership this morning to pick up my car. Got that all situated. $380 later, the price of having a Mini Cooper and a flat tire. But I had the mini roadside assist, so at least I did not have to pay for the tow truck. I am just about to head out for a walk. It is a beautiful day out today. We're having some phenomenal weather. So I'm actually going to put a visor on today because I think last time I may have scared a few people that were on the walking trail. And I'm thinking that if I wear my visor, it might help deflect the attention that this lovely, lovely cast has been bringing me. And just like that, we've got a visor. Off we go. Good morning. It is now the following Tuesday. So surgery was on March 4th. The stitches came out last Tuesday, and then now we're at March 19th. And I haven't vlogged much in the last week or so just because this vlog is already long enough, I'm sure. So very excited to finally get the cast off, the stents out, and be able to fully breathe, because with these lodged like way up in your sinuses and your nasal cavities, it's a little bit of pressure, so it doesn't hurt, but I'm so ready for them to be out. My fiance is going to join me here. He just drove separately because he has to go right to work, and he is excited for the big reveal too.
Everything looks to be healing really well. Give me a flashlight. Looks really good.
Tissue right here for you if you need it.
Open your eyes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Push this in for you.
No, it looks so good. Even solid.
Yeah, it's gonna get better and better.
Oh wow. Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you in 6 weeks.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. I can't believe I actually did that. It's gonna take some getting used to. I love it. I think he did a great job. He said there's still a lot of swelling, which I can tell. I mean, it's still pretty puffy here and along the bridge, but like I don't have my bumps anymore. I literally could feel a ridge before, and now it's smooth and it's I am so happy with the results. Sandy asked me, what's the first thing you're gonna do with your new nose? My response was, I'm gonna go home and wash my face, because with that cast on, you weren't supposed to get your face wet. So I've been like trying to wash around it, and I've just been really broken out, and so finally I can go home and wash my face. But so happy with how this turned out, and oh my gosh. It still doesn't feel real. Like I got a nose job. That this is the rhinoplasty actually happened. It had been on my wish list of things that I wanted to do one day, but it was never the right time to do it, and it has finally happened. And here we are, cast off, stents out. I will say a lot of people warned me that getting the stents out would hurt really bad, or it was like a moment of sort of that band-aid off instant pain, but then it's fine. I didn't experience that at all. The painful part was him going in and kind of moving the center aside so that he could get it out when I still had the other stent in. But that didn't even hurt that bad. It was just like incredibly uncomfortable. I did not experience any pain really getting the stents out. It was more of a relief to feel them coming out. And I didn't look while he was doing it. I didn't look. I closed my eyes, I think. I'll have to rewatch the video. But Sandy said you would have been so nauseous had you seen how big those things were coming out of your nose. But I don't even care now. They're out and I can breathe and I have a new nose. I will likely do a Q&A in another video and maybe a 3-month follow-up or so, just because he said a lot of the swelling is still in the tip, and obviously in the actual bridge is still pretty swollen. Really appreciate you if you've made it this far in the video. I appreciate you coming along. And let me know in the comments what you think. If you've had a rhinoplasty and your experience, I'd love to hear. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for new videos.